So in this video I'm going to give a reaction to Rambo Last Blood. Now the reason is this movie looks like it'd be actually a really great movie and could be considered a classic even outside of the Rambo franchise. And the reason is the character arc that this character goes through. If you see the character in this image, he seems like a retired cowboy and quite a regular character. Yet in this next image he seems like a completely different person. And it's this character arc that you'll see from this image into this image that will make this movie a really great, very entertaining movie to watch. But first I want to look back at the history of Rambo. Now the first movie was a budget of only $15 million and was a huge success. It made $125 million. And Rambo First Blood Part 2 had a budget of $25.5 million and was an even bigger success, made $300 million at the box office. And Rambo 3, which is $60 million, made $189 million. So the first three movies were hugely successful and made terrific profits. But then Sylvester Stallone decided he didn't want to make any more action movies until Rambo 4, which for me wasn't a very good movie. I didn't enjoy it at all. And the budget for that movie was $50 million and it only went on to make $113 million. So when you compare Rambo 4 to Rambo 2, you can see there's a real drop in its success at the box office. It's almost a third of what Rambo Part 2 made at the box office. Now if you look at the reviews, you'll see the reviews to show that these movies aren't considered real classics when you compare them to the likes of Godfather or other movies. And when you look on Metacritic, the critic reviews are not great, especially for Rambo Part 3 and number 4. Whereas I think that Rambo 5, pacing and imagery of the trailer so far shows that this can actually be a really great movie. But the build up to Rambo 5 is actually quite bizarre, because in September 2009, Sylvester Stallone revealed that the film would be titled Rambo 5 The Savage Hunt. And the film would have been loosely based on Hunter by James Byron Huggins and would have focused on Rambo leading an elite special forces kill team to hunt and kill a genetically engineered creature. And this is really bizarre. I can't even imagine how this even came to existence and where Sylvester Stallone would be interested in this plotline like this. It's very bizarre. I'm struggling to understand at all why Sylvester Stallone would want to be interested in a storyline like this. But then, in May 2010, Sylvester Stallone revealed that he was done with the character and had no interest in making future Rambo movies. But then, Millennium Films at New Image advertised Rambo 5 posters, and it appeared that they were going to either recast John Rambo into a younger character or introduce the son of John Rambo into the movie, which would take over the role played by Sylvester Stallone. So it appears that at some point Sylvester Stallone had lost interest in playing John Rambo. But now we get to Rambo Last Blood, and like I said, the trailer for this movie looks like a really great movie. If this was the first movie in the franchise and you didn't have Rambo 1 to 4 in existence, this would look like a real classic movie. Now the storyline appears to be based on Rambo taking on a Mexican drug cartel. Now the antagonist of the movie is a character called Hugo Martinez, but if you listen to the trailer you'll hear John Rambo says, "I want revenge." So this story seems to be based on some sort of revenge, but also these tunnels are highly significant because tunnels are how the Mexican drug cartels often import drugs into America. So perhaps these tunnels are either part of the drug cartels or they're dug by John Rambo, and that's part of the storyline that brings in the drug cartel. But also it does appear that there may be American mercenaries working alongside the Mexican cartel, and also you'll see this golden gun. So that's obviously a Mexican cartel, but working alongside either an American drug cartel or American mercenaries. So it's not just a Mexican cartel. It does appear that John Rambo will be taking on American forces, but also a Mexican drug cartel. Now one of the points that really excites me about this movie is the director, and that is Adrian Grunberg. And he's had experience being assistant director for Narcos and also Narcos Mexico. So that shows that they've brought a director in who has experience in making movies based on the Mexican themes, obviously with Narcos and drug cartels. So that's a really quite clever and quite logical thing to do. Now some of you may not know, but John Rambo is actually based on a World War II American hero called Audie Murphy, and he received every military combat award for valour available from the US Army, as well as French and Belgian awards for his heroism. And Murphy received the Medal of Honor for valour that he demonstrated at the age of 19 for single-handedly holding off an entire company of German soldiers for an hour at the Comore Pocket in France in January 1945. Then leading a successful counterattack while wounded and out of ammunition. So John Rambo is actually based on a World War II hero. But there's also a number of other actors that are in line to play the role of John Rambo, and they include Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Clint Eastwood, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, John Travolta and Dustin Hoffman. But actually, because there were so many actors in line to play that role, Sylvester Stallone first said that he did not want to play the role because it had been rejected by so many previous actors. Now finally, you might think that John Rambo is going to be a political movie, but Sylvester Stallone has said, "I'm almost a political atheist. I'm not a political animal and I never want to be. I just thought this is an interesting story about alienation." So this movie will not be based on any form of politics, and that is what Sylvester Stallone has said. He just believes that this is a good story to base a movie on. And when you watch the trailer, I actually think that this movie will go on to be a real classic. The pacing of the trailer, the cinematography, it looks just a real high quality movie, and I think it will really stand out. It's certainly the best Rambo movie of the franchise so far. So let me know in the comments below, how excited are you about Rambo Last Blood? Because for me, I think it'll be a really great movie and will be considered a real classic. Now if you love watching movies or playing video games, I have put this blog together, and it's ways that you can actually be paid to watch movies or to become a video game tester. So I'll leave a link in the comments below and you can have a look through these articles, and I also made a video based on how to make money watching movies. So it covers how you can become a mystery cinema shopper where you review cinemas, or you can write articles for various movie blogs and be paid to review movies. So if you are interested in making money either watching movies or playing video games, I'll leave a link to these articles below, and it's a great way to earn extra cash and to also improve your skills as a movie reviewer or video gamer. So again, I'll leave links in the comments below. Now also, if there's any questions that you have, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you straight away. So if you like this video, please also like and subscribe.